Behind the music, the politics never left, and sometimes the beat just made it louder. And from the outside looking in, some say the biggest artist out of Sacramento is a man who's identified as Mozzy, real name Timothy Patterson. Mozzy came straight out of Oak Park, one of the city's most historic and active neighborhoods. He started local, dropping mixtapes that sounded like Raw Street Diaries. Then in 2015, his project, Blah Da Da, changed everything. That tape turned Mozzy into a voice for the trenches. His pain, loyalty, and storytelling cut through.
Niggas know me, they know I ain't with the fuckery. You say you need the job done, you know you supposed to come to me. Gritting for the.
By 2018, he was on tracks with YG, Nipsey Hussle, and Kendrick Lamar, bringing Sacramento's voice to a national stage. But even as he rose, the politics followed him. Oak Park's unity was cracking. Different generations forming new crews, new sides, new ambitions. Mozzy come up showed the city it could be done, but it also showed how hard it is to outrun the same energy that raised you. And that's when the younger generation, like Shooter Gang VJ come in. Real name Vishon Johnson, was also one of Oak Park's brightest young voices. He was part of the Shooter Gang movement, a group connected to Oak Park's newer generation. Energetic, bold, and loyalty. VJ wasn't just a rapper. He was a brother, a son, and a hometown favorite. He came from a family that had already made it. His brother made it to the NFL, showing his family could make a success story regardless. And if that name sounds...
So why he was still in Sacramento beefing then if his brother was in the NFL? Like, if my brother in the NFL, I would have been right in New Orleans with him, rapping. Not back in Sacramento beefing while I gotta watch my back every day. No, like, come on, bro. That don't make sense to me.
I'm familiar. That's because VJ's older brother is Carl Granderson, defensive end for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, that's right. Same family, same bloodline. While Carl was making headlines on Sundays for the Saints, VJ was making noise in Sacramento's rap scene. Two brothers from the same roots, both chasing dreams in different worlds.
I wrote that bristle and pour a sixer. We tie the kids up, nigga, this a sticker. He got his.
That just show you how close success and struggle really live next to each other. One brother under stadium lights, the other fighting to make it out the trenches. And in the end, both of their stories remind us that no matter how far you go, the past can still find its way home. Back in 2022, a well-known member from Shooter Gang got their chain took. It seemed he got into an altercation at a studio, and we'll later hear in full detail what allegedly went on in that video by a woman who's well connected to that side of town, who's now a full-time blogger. Nonetheless, you start seeing videos with Mozzy having a chain on his neck, even having it with this CMG chain, a chain from his label after recently signing to CMG just 2 years ago. Check out a clip from him in the mall.
CMG, shout out to got it, he got me righteous, you know what I'm saying? It was a gift, so I don't know the price tag on that. This one right here, I don't know, it fell off the neck, I put it on, so I don't know the price tag on that. Oh, we go with the rolling. On my mama, I think this a stolen item also. You know what I'm saying? Wristwear go brazy. Mary, it's like a Bandicoot or something. What is these? I think Lanvins or something like that. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Yeah, they like a Bandicoot too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like a, what's that, 2,000 and a couple stolen items?
Okay. Test the jewelry since we don't even know if it's yours.
You got it?
Yeah, I got
Come on,
it.
give me a
All right,
ride.
let's get it. We're going to start with the CMG. We lit.
Okay, we lit.
Okay, the one that fell off the man's neck.
It fell. It actually fell.
Okay, it fell. Okay.
Oh, he lit. Yeah.
All right, let me get the rest.
You know what I'm saying? All right, play with the watch. Make sure.
And that chain situation led to Mozzy chains, or affiliates who had Mozzy chains, getting confiscated from the other side as well. They went to Instagram and started to post, and it led to a back and forth.
Like a surf stick, huh? Just like a perm kiss. Fuck the bag, I ain't learned shit. Yeah. Huh? Come shiny, you get took, nigga. On my first leg, had me addicted to that.
Oh, clear these.
Like, what's the point of taking nigga
clarity.
chain then, folks? Like, if you took a nigga chain, you took it. Why you gotta put it?
It's not even.
But here's where things got deadly. The night everything changed, in November of 2023, a tragedy hit hard. Sean Shooter Gang VJ Johnson was shot and killed in front of his mother's home in her own driveway in Porter, Texas. Authorities say he had recently relocated, trying to focus on music
So he
and
did
family.
leave?
But even 100 miles away, old tension seems to follow. That night, multiple shots were fired. By the time paramedics arrived, it was too late. He lost his life. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family.
The person who may have killed a man in his driveway in Porter. Here are the
So they came.
surveillance photos just released by Montgomery County deputies. Now, this man was seen yesterday driving around in a gray Pontiac sedan, dark tinted windows, and a red Pontiac.
That don't look suspicious. You drive around a silver or gray Pontiac with tinted windows. You didn't cause suspicions at all.
Emblem on the hood. It's thought that this man could be and is armed and dangerous. Investigators think he killed 25-year-old Vashon Johnson on Bitterroot Drive yesterday afternoon. They do believe the suspect and victim knew each other and that they were in a fight, but we do not know. We're going to find out at this point what they were fighting about.
Now, for years, no arrest would be made for VJ's demise, and people always wonder, what did he do to make people want to make him a target in front of his mom's home? But shortly after, Mozzy didn't let up. Still wearing the Shooter Gang's chain, he made a questionable quote in a song featuring Shorty Shorty titled Tell the Truth.
We put up the Luciano house, there was no popping out. For niggas tucked in Houston, living at mommy's, better watch them out.
Now, before we talk about the arrest,
what
you
he
gotta
talking-
understand how deep these connections go, fam. Because both Mozzy and Shooter Gang come from Oak Park, the same soil. See, Mozzy rap 4 Ave Park, pushing Hell Gang, while Shooter Gang JoJo and VJ held down their side of Oak Park under Shooter Gang banner. It's all Oak Park, just different branches.
But if y'all don't know, like Oak Park is damn near like South Central. Is one big ass neighborhood with different gangs, different hoods, different sets. If y'all don't get what he's saying.
Of the same tree. At
just
one
in
point, it was all
Sacramento.
love, music, brotherhood, shared roots. But as time went on, pride, fame, and loyalty lines
then they
started to
start splitting.
divide
Now
the
they
same
all-
neighborhood. So when VJ was killed, it wasn't outsiders who came for him. It was something born within Sacramento's own circle. That's what made this one hit
That's
home.
crazy.
Oak Park politics turned inward. After nearly 2 years of silence, the case finally broke open. In June of 2025, detectives with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit and the Gangs Investigations Unit, working hand in hand with Sacramento's police and Sacramento's County Sheriff's Office, announced the arrest of 2 men from Sacramento. The first was 31-year-old D.SHELTON Shrugs, who picked up in Sacramento on June 25, 2025. He was extradited to Texas and booked into the Montgomery County Jail, charged for his alleged role in VJ's murder. Whether he cooperated or not, only time would tell. Then on October 7, 2025, a Texas grand jury handed down an indictment for 28-year-old Trayvon Oates, better known in the rap world as Marco Mula. Oates is also from Sacramento and was already locked up on an unrelated California murder charge when the indictment had dropped. Once that case wraps, he'll be extradited to Texas to face these charges. And when that news dropped,
He is not getting out.
people outside of Sacramento was at shock because people know Marco Mula as a close affiliate to Mozzy.
The dragon bitch, I bang with a passion. New lows can't be lacking. Take a trip, let's make it happen. Keep it stitch lit.
Now, when this news had broke less than 48 hours ago, a popular Sacramento-based blogger had went to Instagram and said the following. I can't believe Mozzy really sent the blitz on VJ. Now all you out-of-town content creators that want to chime in, stay out of Sacramento politics. Mozzy knows what it is with me.
I ain't gonna lie. I heard. Well, I didn't hear it, but I be seeing like her little mama be playing both sides. Oh, yeah. I be seeing her in there, damn near that little area of Sacramento, that Northern California, the Bay, Sacramento, Stockton, all that. She be in there. She be in everybody's business. So we just gonna take what she say forward.
Her name is Jalisi. I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
wanna
If
say
I'm not, I
that's Chris' baby
apologize, baby girl. But she went on No Jumper a couple months ago before this news had broke, and she briefly spoke on the situation between
Like, why are
VJ
you even-
and Mozzy and how his chain was confiscated in the studio after an altercation. Check out what she had to say.
Over there just waving the Mozzy flag, just like rooting for the home team, or are you more like objectively just observing
No.
this shit?
I was definitely waving the home team flag. I was definitely Mozzy. We were opening his shows. Well, I wasn't, but I was with, who I was friends with at the time. We were opening his shows. We were in the mix. Like, definitely, like when we were all through Oakland, You couldn't drive down the street in Oakland or San Francisco without hearing Mozzy at that time.
Fact.
So definitely, I was definitely on the Mozzy bandwagon for sure. And then what took it? Now today, no.
Today, no.
Today,
no.
Today, no.
But back then,
Back then, yeah.
When did you have a change of heart?
I want to say when Shooter Gang Coney got his chain confiscated.
Okay, I love how you always say confiscated instead of stole or took.
Confiscated. It was confiscated. So, I think that's more.
So you have personal allegiances with Shooter Gang?
Absolutely.
Ah, okay. So that's where your heart truly lies.
Unfortunately.
Okay. But
and with BOE too, though.
Okay. But do you feel like that's you being objective and fair about it? Because I hear you clowning Young Jock for allegedly getting his chain confiscated. But now you're over here saying your heart was going out to Coney?
You feel me?
Well, I clowned EBK Young Jock. But then, after 3 months of the trolling, I said, okay, let's hang it up. Okay, we're going to keep talking about this. It's getting old. Every rappers get violated every day, victimized every day. Okay, EBK Young Jock is not the only rapper. So, with Shooter Gang Coney, it was deeper than the surface. It was make it make sense. But I know what led up to that. Nobody knows that Mozzy and Mozzy jumped June on the beat in Texas before they parted ways. Nobody knows that. I never exposed that. So it's
but you just exposed it though. You see, that's what I'm saying. He said she.
So when June,
you just exposed
finally started to tell his side of the story, and then he started to come for me. I'm like, I didn't even tell everybody what really happened between you two.
Everybody who was involved always, I ain't gonna lie, I wondered what happened with June and Mozzy, because they just was on everything together and they just separated. And me, you feel me, being an LA nigga who love the music, and damn, you see the whole thing switched. I don't see no more June on the beats. And it was silence for a long time. Was it already known, in Sac, what happened?
No. If you were somebody in Oak Park, you knew what happened. You had to have been somebody. So we knew, but the media, the fans, the people didn't know. And it's it's more to that story. So with Shooter Gang Coney and Mozzy, I seen the tension coming. It wasn't, so when it happened, it wasn't, but I feel like Mozzy waited until certain individuals were gone to do it. But him doing that, he forgot who was still a part of Shooter Gang that still had some type of say-so in regards to the politics in Oak Park, in regards to Zilla or whatever the case may be. So Mozzy's really Zilla. But when he did that to Coney, it was when everybody was either passing away, going to jail for a long time. I feel and it really wasn't Mozzy. I feel like Mozzy was venting to Mozzy. And then Mozzy was just okay, we're in the studio. Okay, they literally come to the studio. No, I'm telling you guys this. This is what happened.
Okay,
they come to the studio. Okay, they come. Shooter Gang Coney, Shooter Gang Fleecy, Uzi Marcus. He's with some people from Frank Lone. They're already in the studio in LA. Mozzy and Mozzy come to the studio with B.O.E. Mumu. They all come to the studio. And then Mozzy comes and he sits down. Mozzy does what he does. Eric.
How does she know all this? Because she be in, you feel me? She's a bro. She just you got to watch out for shorty like her, bro. She ain't talking about shit.
This story ain't just about rap. It's about how success, pain, and loyalty all collide with the same blocks that raised you, become the ones that take you. Shooter Gang VJ was a talented young man from Oak Park with family in the lead and music in his heart. To lose your life right outside your mother home, that's pain that never heals. And what makes it harder is knowing everybody involved come from the same streets. That's not gang war, that's heartbreak. So when we talk about Sacramento politics, this is what it means to me. It's more than colors, it's family, history, and choices that ripple for generations. Rest in peace to the victim once again. Love and condolences to his family. Prayers to anyone who was affected by the story we just covered and talked about. Every eye that's watching this, remember, it ain't about where you from. It's about how far you willing to go to break free from it. Fam, this was the story of a young man being allegedly gunned down in front of his mom's home. by a crew from his own neighborhood after his homie chain was took going on a tour by his alleged enemies. Talk to me in the comments.
That's crazy, boy.